Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I wanted to go over some of my washi tips and tricks. I love to use washi, so there's some certain techniques that I like to use and products that I like to use to help me use washi in my spread. So I'm going to go over some of the ways that I like to use the washi and how I like to cut it, because I have a few different ways that I do that in my planners. So I have some of my washi here. I also have some off to the side that I pulled that I can go over with all of you, like how I like to use it. Yeah, hopefully this will give you some new tips and tricks on how to use washi. Like I said, I do like to use washi. I try to use it in almost all of my spreads. Recently, I haven't been using it as much because just some spreads have become a little bit more complicated than others, but I do love using washi. So for me, I've been pretty good about my washi collection, and I've been keeping it pretty pared down to the ones that I really enjoy using in my planner. I have a lot of these thin washis because I feel like they add just a little bit of color, but not like too overpowering on the spreads. And then I have some like decorative ones that are really cute that I like to use like for memory keeping. But yeah, I do try to pick washi and keep washi that I know I'm going to use in a spread. I actually did a recent de-stash of washi that I knew I was never going to use. So I've been paring this down a bit. And then I also receive a lot of washi from people too, from other companies that I kind of have to decide if I'm going to keep it or not. Thankfully, my sister loves washi, and so she's all up for any washi that I give her. But I do have like a assortment of different kinds of washi. I really love black and white washi, like anything patterned with a black and white print. Those are my favorite types of washi because I feel like I can use them in any spread. But I also like colorful washi too. So yeah, kind of mix and match it, but I do tend to have more of this like black and white washi, or I tend to use more of it in my spreads. So I'm going to go over like some of the ways that I like to cut my washi. So this is gonna be my little sample page. All right, so when I first started planning, I cut my washi, and I still do this, still to this day. I cut my washi with a gift card. So I have an old Starbucks gift card, and I feel like this is a great way to learn how to cut washi because we all have a gift card of some kind. I really like these plasticky ones though. Recently they've been coming out with more of like these like papery ones. Let me see if I have one like this one. It's not plastic, it's like a harder cardboard. I feel like this one cuts better than this one. So if you're able to find these, I don't know, maybe they're converting them to these just to be more like for recycling purposes, I'm not sure, but I like these plastic ones. I have a bunch of these. And I mean, all I do is take a washi and roll it out, put it down, and then I just use the edge to cut the washi. Kind of line it up to where you want it to be cut, put some pressure down, and then just cut. And it's not like a perfect cut, but honestly, you can't even tell like that it's not exact, but I'm gonna go on this side, do this one. Actually, that is pretty good. All right, so there's the cuts. Yeah, you get a pretty accurate cut on these, and you're just using something that I know we all have one of these in our like purses or hanging around that you no longer need. So yeah, this is a great way to cut washi. You don't have to spend any money, and you got a nice little washi cutter. Now, if you wanted to go a little bit fancier, Live Love Posh actually has some really nice metal washi cards. Washi card cutting cards. I'm not sure what these are called, but they're meant to cut washi, and she made them like kind of like, yeah, it's the same size as it's the exact same size as a Starbucks gift card. But this one is metal, and she has some different colored metal ones, which is nice with different patterns that have been like cut into the metal. This is like I said, very fancy. She sent that one to me. It's really pretty. And I'm gonna do another cut. I have this really cute scene washi that I can cut with this one. I mean, it's the same exact idea as And you can use this to help you like push down the washi too. Just make sure it's all the way down and then cut. So this one, definitely you don't have to put as much pressure down. Like when I hold the plastic, the gift card one, I do try to put pressure down a lot on that side so it doesn't slip. But this one, you don't have to like do too much pressure to get a pretty clean cut. Yeah, so there are the cuts with the metal one. Actually, that one was like really nice. All right, so I'll have these linked down in the description because these are awesome. Again, they come in different metal finishes, so there's a color out there that for everybody. And then the other way, sometimes you can't, like I can't use these cards to cut washi. I have this really thick washi. It has like a glitter on it, so it's a thicker paper. I feel like I could possibly cut it with the washi cards, but it's so thick that I prefer to cut it this way. So I'm gonna place it down. And then I love this X-Acto knife because it's retractable. I never have to like worry about capping the top, because I used to accidentally like poke myself when I'm very clumsy. So when I would put the cap back on my other X-Acto knife, I would always like slip and then accidentally like poke myself with the blade. But this, you just push and then close, open. Yeah, easy. So yes, I've been using these for years. I'll have them linked down in the description, but I will use like you can use one of the washi or the gift card, you can use this metal one, and I'll use this for like act like a ruler so I can cut this thicker washi and then get a good cut over here and then get a nice cut on this side over here. That. All right, so then you got some good cuts. So you can still use your little washi cards, but I would use them as a ruler. So I'm using the X-Acto knife. All right, so that's the way that I like to cut the washi with these cards. There is another way though. You can cut your washi. If you have like these thicker rolls of washi, like I have these really nice thick rolls of washi from the washi tape shop. I usually, unless like this is going to be like a pattern I want like all over the spread, like a big pattern, I usually will like cut this down. And like this one into thirds, you could do this one into fourths. Yeah, you can cut these down and then you get way more use out of this washi because it's a lot. But before I do that, I want to show you a trick because this washi from the washi tape shop, I feel like a majority of the washi I've been receiving from them has this backing on it. Let me open this one up. Yeah, so it has that backing, which is why I have this piece of washi here, so that way it stays closed or else it's going to be like loose. So it has a backing. Usually what I'll do is I will kind of eyeball. I cut it a little bit bigger than I need. I mean, you could be a little bit more precise, but I like to just eyeball it, cut a little bit larger. And then I'm going to take this piece of washi that I pulled. Well, actually, I probably should grab a newer piece because this is kind of... Hold on, let me see if this will work with this. Okay. So I'll put it on a corner because there's this backing right here and it's so hard to get off, to like find the edge and like peel the backing off. It's such a pain. That's one of the things I don't like about this washi. I love the way the washi looks. I just don't like the way I have to remove the backing because it takes forever. But what I found to be like the quickest way to get this backing off is to put a piece of washi like on a corner and just press it down and then just easily like pull it, and then you got your washi separated. That's been the easiest way. Well, honestly, the only way that I know that I can do it without like pulling and just making, yeah, like taking forever just to take it off. All right, so now that I have this piece, which is a very large piece, I can put this down on the spread. I'll just lay it down right here like that, and it doesn't fit perfectly, but yeah, then you can put it down on the spread. All right, so since this washi is very, very, very large, like I said, I usually, unless I'm putting this like all in one section just as like a pretty decorative sticker or washi strip, I usually will not put that like all there. So what I'll normally do, I'll take another piece, and then you can cut this washi. Okay, so the first way that you can cut it is you could just grab your paper trimmer and line it up here and just make it a little bit thinner like this. And since it still has the backing on it, like you can roll this back up and, you know, like add it back to this, and then you can save that bit if you just needed like a little bit. Again, use that little trick with the to remove the backing. So I'm gonna grab a piece of washi that I can use to grab this. I found, again, like the corner is like the best place to put it. Make sure you always get in corner. Don't try to lift from the middle, the like one corner, and you're good to lift that backing off. Okay. And then you can put the washi down. So I got some washi, put that down there. Okay, so that's one way. You can use your paper trimmer to cut. And honestly, you can use a paper trimmer even to cut the washi that doesn't have a backing, like just regular washi. You can take this one, because this is just a regular roll of washi. And, oops, let me just do a small piece. Okay. And then you can line this up using like the little lines. That. And then you just cut like that. And then you have some smaller pieces of washi. I feel like this is the easiest way of doing it, is to use the paper trimmer. And then you could always use this piece, or you can move it over and make it even thinner with the paper trimmer. Okay, so yeah, those are the ways that you can cut like perfect little strips, is to use your paper trimmer. That's a really good option. But the other way that I like to use this larger washi is I like ripping my washi. I like the way that it looks when it's not perfect. So like for instance, this one, this pretty leopard pattern, I would take this and then I would just go down the middle and do some ripping like that. And then that's how I would use this washi, and just layer it on top of another. I know this doesn't match, but you know, you kind of get the idea. To just layer some of this leopard washi. But again, I like the way the ripped look looks. I like the way that looks. And then you could do the same thing like with this one. If you wanted to do a rip, before you take the backing off, like that. Grab another piece of washi, which I should have kept. Washi piece, okay. Go on the corner, press down, and lift up. And then you got a ripped one. I feel like this rip technique though works better with like actual patterns on the spread or on the washi. We kind of get the idea of that one. If you are like, sometimes I feel like there's certain spreads but I just want them to look like perfect. Like usually the lines in between this like where you can see through the washi wouldn't bother me as much. Like you can see the lines through here a little bit. You can't really notice it as much on the other ones, I feel. The ones that have the white background, for sure you can. So if that bothers you, then I would definitely recommend getting one of these Uniball Signos. This white, it's just a white gel pen. So that way you can white out these lines. Let me just white out the whole line here. If you really want like a clean, polished look, which again, this is something that I don't always do. It just depends on the spread I'm making, and if I have like a lot of clear things and I can see the lines and I really don't want to see them, then I will use this technique to first cover up the lines, let that dry, and then I can take this washi right here. Let me take the backing off. This. Okay. Put that down. Okay. So you can't see them as much as, like, say for instance, these right here. You can see the black lines. Here, you can see a little bit of the white, but it's not as noticeable as the black lines that are coming through the page. All right, so those were all the little techniques that I use when I am making my spreads. Hopefully I was able to teach you something new. I feel like a lot of these are pretty well known, but you never know. It's always nice to get a little refresher on these little tips and tricks. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this video. Let me know down in the comments if you have any washi hacks, tricks, tips. I'd love to hear them. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button. And I hope to see you all in the next one.